I am joined by Sharad Kapur, right? That's how you say it?
Yeah, I say Sharad Kapur, but you're pretty close.
That's good for me. Head of Revenue and Distribution Strategy with Hyatt Hotels, coming to us from Zurich, Switzerland. How are you, sir?
I'm very well. I am former head of revenue and distribution strategy for Hyatt Hotels. And I parted ways with Hyatt last year, end of August, due to COVID pandemic. So,
well, yeah, you're not alone, right? It's been a mess.
It's been very tough industry.
Yeah. Well, thank you for joining me. Let's talk about some of the things that we're seeing in the revenue management function, in particular, predictive attribute-based and product-based pricing. Hopefully I said that right.
No, you did. Not a new concept. It's been there for some time, and hotels have started flirting with it. In fact, if you look at the next wave of revenue management and how to make better profit margins for hotels, attribute-based pricing will help a lot. And I went a step further when I was suggesting in the revenue experts panel last year. I suggested that it needs to move probably into a predictive attribute-based pricing as well, because then what you're doing is you're pretty much marrying a customer behavior. You're looking at how the customer has performed in a particular hotel or in a facility or with a group, how their membership status reflects with an organization, and what can an organization actually learn about their customer, and then cater to their needs in a much more educated manner. So think of a customer that's walking into the doors. He stayed with a hotel for 10, 15 times. The hotel knows them very well. They know where they like to spend money or what they buy. And then you're now offering them products based on their history, based on your understanding of that customer, and making sure that technology actually works in that direction. And it's a seamless experience, that it does not come across as a forced product to the customer, but it is so seamless that they believe that this is in the same fashion, in the same manner that they would have expected it.
Yeah, because maybe some guests don't want to be fed more add-ons, if you will, but you're talking about a lot of data, probably in multiple places. Can you break down for us, I mean, just the technology side, what are the pieces? How are they to be integrated? How is a revenue team person, how do they access this data and make use of it and put it into action like you were talking about?
In a traditional setup, Jason, it's very challenging, because what attribute-based pricing is doing, it's throwing up a lot of options for the customer, and that can be very challenging to navigate through in a very simple website setup. That's how hotels are currently. And they're looking to get integrated with their property management system or central reservation system, or also their customer relationship management systems. And that would allow them to rethink how their products are currently structured. If they have to go through a seamless experience for their customer, they probably also have to rethink their tech expert that exists at the hotel level. And I can only think of new cloud-based solutions that are coming up in property management systems, that are coming up in central reservation systems, that allow the flexibility now to hotels, individual chain hotels or independent hotels, where they're able to now structure their products also based on the flexibility that the technology today is able to offer. Not an easy roadmap, because it probably is a little bit expensive to start investing in technology when the industry is struggling, but also the right time to think forward and say, hey, who's going to come out on top by making the right choices and hard choices in the short term, but in long term, providing a better customer solution and a better customer experience.
Yeah, I'm wondering how hotels without a revenue management function are going to perform moving through the pandemic and on the other side. It's going to be so competitive. I mean, how are they going to perform versus those with, with some tech, with some skill set on board? I don't know, you have thoughts there?
Challenging, that's all I can say. Very difficult also, because if you look across, some chains were able to keep their revenue leadership in-house or move forward with it, and many others just got rid of it overnight. And if you look at the segment that's probably contributing today in whatever shape or form, where the hotels are open, it's leisure, it's unqualified, it's domestic, it's probably very local, and that requires a different set of expertise to look at, because you still want to capture the best value out of the customer that's walking in. And if anything attribute-based pricing has shown, it is that the unqualified customer probably laps it up very quickly, because they're there to have a very good experience while they're at a property, and they would be more willing to look at options that add more value to them, whether it's a late checkout or an early check-in, or the freebies that were offered at some point may come at a cost, but it's an affordable cost that hotels can really bankroll some of these attributes.
Yeah. What about total revenue management? Been around, another one that's been around a while, but I mean, are we still resisting, or is everybody all on board now?
I think from a concept perspective, everybody is on board. It has been around for a very long time. In fact, when I was back in Cornell in 2001, I was reading articles about total hotel revenue management, applicable to restaurants, to food and beverage, and to spas, and things like that. And you still find hotels struggling with the concept of total hotel revenue. I think largely the struggle is with people, with the change in mindset and the way things would be if total hotel revenue is introduced. And also the dependency on systems, saying, hey, bring our system and then we can do it. But no company is going to invest millions of dollars in a system that they are not going to get even 10% return. So it is struggling. To cut the long story short, I hope after 2020, investors and owners are the ones that are demanding more from the real estate that they give either to the management companies or to other operators that run hotels on their behalf.
Yeah. All right, Sharad, we've got a little bit of time left. I mean, any advice for hoteliers as we continue through this mess, but maybe we see a light at the end of the tunnel?
I think I would just point out to two things that are very critical moving forward. If you look at the deals that are around there, hotels have just stripped off everything and are offering a very good value for money. That's available on different channels, and that may have helped in 2020. If they want to recover and recover fast, they have to look at their pricing. They have to look at who their customer is, or their changed set of customer, and where they are going to be positioned in the next few months. So it's very critical how they price themselves.
Yep.
And then don't forget your customer. If you want to provide them the best quality, the best experience, and yet very safe environment, there's a cost that comes for that experience, and let your customer know that as well.
All right. We're out of time, Sharad, but thank you for joining me, sir. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Jason. This was good. Thank you.